Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, August 10. Prime Minister Andrew Holness now has oversight responsibility for science and technology for at least 2 weeks while he reviews the board's systems and procedures.
A useful measure because it has given me the opportunity to delve deeply into the operations of some of our bureaucratic structures.
The Prime Minister's oversight took effect on Wednesday and became necessary after the former minister, Dr. Andrew Wheatley, stepped away from the portfolio less than 2 weeks ago. The energy portfolio, which Dr. Wheatley also previously held, will remain at the office of the Prime Minister. Mr. Holness is this week meeting with the board members of entities under the energy, science and technology portfolios, including the Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica.
In bringing it into the office of the Prime Minister, the first task is to reassure the public that from a governance perspective, the organization is sound, that TCJ is sound, that there are no issues there that are likely to come to public attention.
Jamaica is among a group of 26 countries taking part in a project to make the Caribbean the world's first climate-smart zone by the year 2040. This is being facilitated by Thursday's launch of a climate-smart accelerator. The Accelerator, which covers 40 private and public sector partners across the region, is a business engine that aims to fast-track priority initiatives using climate-smart technology. Over the next 5 years, the Accelerator will ensure that investments are channeled into clean energy, building resilience and climate-smart cities, as well as healthy oceans.
We welcome all partners, technology companies, investors, agricultural companies, in fact anyone who wants to join in creating a better Caribbean community and economy.
The Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, will be investing $3 million over 3 years, starting with $1.5 million this year as startup funds for the Accelerator. The IDB will also make $1 billion available to Accelerator partners for climate-smart investments. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has directed the Government Electrical Inspectorate, GEI, to institute a policy by year's end to fast-track building approvals. Jamaica currently ranks 91 on the Ease of Doing Business Index for the delivery of electrical services to new applicants. Mr. Holness says this will change when the GEI implements a policy that makes provision to contract private electricians for inspection of installations. Though drafted in 2015, the policy was never fully implemented.
It is simple decisions like these which helps us to move up on the index. And it is not just a matter of trying for bragging rights that we have moved up on the index, but it is a real thing if we are able to give approvals for electrical installations quickly.
The Prime Minister was speaking at Thursday's opening of the Inter-American Development Bank's country office in Jamaica. Designed, constructed, and managed by local experts, the building meets leadership in energy and environmental design standards. There are no current plans to increase bus fares, says Transport and Mining Minister Robert Montego. The minister told reporters at the Halfway Tree Transport Center on Wednesday that the recent increase in gas prices would not affect public transportation fares.
I know that the Ministry of Energy is moving to treat with the current fuel situation. The current acting Minister of Energy, I know he has asked for a review of the calculation of the formula. And we await that, and we ask persons for patience.
Mr. Montego says the JUTC is currently experimenting with the use of liquid natural gas to reduce the amount of oil and offset the company's gas expense. Still with the Transport Minister, he is scheduled to have discussions with the Finance Ministry about gas prices faced by truckers. This follows a meeting with members of the Port Trailer Haulage Association and the All-Island Truckers Association recently. Minister Montego heard the concerns of the Haulage and Truckers Associations about the increase in petrol prices. They lamented that delivery payment rates had not been changed in 2 to 3 years and complained about increasing costs for the ultra-low sulfur diesel fuel which they are required to use. Mr. Montego raised the prospect of using liquid natural gas as an alternative. And finally, Agriculture Minister Audley Shaw says the Essex Valley Irrigation Project should start within the next 3 months. The $6 billion project will provide access to water for 700 farmers on 1,700 acres of land in the St. Elizabeth area. It will allow for increased agricultural production for the local and international markets. Minister Shaw made the announcement during the recent Denby Agricultural Show.
In addition to this infrastructure, the project will also target enhanced agricultural production, marketing facilities, and systems which will include the design and construction of an administrative building, packing house, and global gap facilities with the ability to accessible infrastructure in support of compliance with global gap certification.
The Essex Valley development is being funded through a grant from the United Kingdom Caribbean Infrastructure Partnership Fund. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.